In my last video, I talked about the one rule change that finally worked for me. I stopped trying to make certain foods work. So the next logical question is, okay, so what did you actually eat? That's what this video is. No theory, again, not a pile of rules, just what my days actually looked like. I'm not a doctor, like I said in my last video. I'm just a man who needed food to stop being complicated and working against me. For a long time, food felt like a problem I was constantly failing to solve. Not because I didn't care, but because it always felt like I was fighting myself. This wasn't about perfection. It was about relief. And it was about getting results that didn't disappear. What I ate was very simple. It was a meat-based diet, often called carnivore. But I want to be very clear about something right away. This matters. I didn't force myself to eat food I didn't like. I didn't train myself to enjoy miserable meals. I didn't punish myself with bland food. I ate food I already liked. And that's important. The simplicity came from repetition, not suffering. Most of the food I ate was food I had always enjoyed. Homemade deep fried chicken with no breading. Actually, not a thing I did. Ham, sausages, bacon, pork chops, pork roast, roast beef, ribeye steaks. Oh my goodness, so good. Blade steaks, and ground beef. No carbohydrates. I also ate soft-boiled hard-boiled eggs, shrimp, scallops, heck, even duck. It didn't matter. Whatever. If it came from an animal and I enjoyed it, it was fair game. I really want to pause here because this is where people misunderstand what I did. This wasn't about white-knuckling my way through meals. It had to taste good. If I didn't enjoy it, I wasn't going to stick with it, and I knew that. So I cooked in lard, butter, and tallow. I seasoned my food. I used salt, pepper, and seasoning salt. I did skip garlic powder and onion powder, not because they're evil, but because I was intentionally pushing myself to eat as close to animal only as I could. That was a personal choice. But the food still had to taste good. I baked food, I fried it, I smoked it, I barbecued it. No sugar sauces, of course. I boiled it even. However, it needed to be cooked to make it enjoyable. That's how I cooked it. The rule wasn't be miserable. The rule was simple, animal-based, no carbs, and I had to enjoy it. Most days looked the same. I didn't need variety to stay interested. I needed consistency to feel calm. Ground beef and eggs showed up a lot, and that was fine. I ate until I was full, then I stopped thinking about food for the rest of the day. No tracking, no apps, no creativity contest, thank you very much. That alone lifted more mental weight than I expected. At the beginning, I also did snack, not because I was hungry, but because of habit. That nibbly habit, always grazing, always reaching for something, was already here long before I changed my diet. So I didn't fight it. I allowed myself to snack, but with one rule. If I snacked, it had to come from an animal. No plants, no carbohydrates, no lettuce or cucumbers. Nothing like that. Just animal food. What matters is this. I didn't change how much I ate. I didn't change even when I ate. I only changed what I ate. And that turned out to be one of the biggest sources of relief for me. I could keep my normal eating patterns. I just stopped feeding my body things it didn't need and couldn't properly or easily use. The repetition wasn't a flaw. It was actually a solution. When meals stopped changing, my mind calmed down. I wasn't negotiating with myself with myself about food anymore. I wasn't planning, failing, or restarting because food became neutral. And when food stopped being emotional and stressful, I finally had space to breathe and to think. If this sounds boring, that's okay. I found it incredibly helpful. Boring was safe for me. And safe was what I needed at that point in my life. I don't have you don't have to do this forever. You don't have to do it perfectly even. And you don't have to eat food you hate. That's the biggest. This wasn't about joining a diet. It was about regaining control when everything felt out of control. And for so many of us, this is our reality. In the next video, I want to go deeper into snacking, not as a problem to be conquered, but as something I simply redirected. I didn't fight my habits. I just changed the source of the food. You don't have to be sick. Man, you don't have to be sick. Let me show you another way. And may you have success that is meaningful to you. Bye for now.